But hey, since I didn't ask you that so far, Mr. Floyd, who did you romance in the first game? Or who are your favorite companions? Or both? Whatever you want to answer. Okay, we'll just start as usual with the anomaly stuff, and then we can go to the outpost. I call the song the beep 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 song. I mean, I see where you're coming from. D&D 2E game set in the Planescape setting. I gotta say, I know a lot about D&D, or at least I would say I know a lot about D&D. I've never heard about Planescape. Is that like an older setting? Or did I just completely miss it in like modern D&D? I mean, they kind of like really dialed back on other settings as far as I know. Oh wait, here's our deposit. And hey, it's our favorite rare mineral. It's thorium again. Come on. Okay, so now we're looking whether it's rare or not. See? Have a look, Alistair. Rare element surveyed. And it is so weird, because it feels like every other element we survey is thorium. Oh well. Older setting, but it has a 5e version too. Oh, nice. Like, officially, did they publish a book about it? I remember Liara because I was 16 and the game started to throw a blue pretty alien at me and I couldn't say no. Aww. I gotta say, the Asari are also really cool, like, as a species. And Liara as a companion is really awesome. Would agree on that. But I romance everyone, ultimately. Nice. I do see a question mark here. I don't know what's supposed to be here, though. It should be, like, right here. Ah! Wow. Do you see that? This ancient debris, it is so small. It kind of looks like a modern version of a phone booth, right? Hello, who's there? And we just got some Turian insignia. Okay, speaking about that, let's have a look. Okay, we're missing 3 Turian insignias. 1 Asari writing, 1 Promethian disc. It might be that we overlooked some of them. 3 leak medallions. And the crazy thing is, I mean, we've explored like all the planets quite thoroughly, I would say. We just have 9 out of 20 heavy metals. Or 9 out of 20 light metals. Where are they supposed to be? Alright, let's check out the debris and then it's battle time. Planescape, a campaign setting for D&D that allows players to explore different planes of existence. A metaphorical center of the universe called Sigil. Oh, I heard about Sigil at least. A city of doors, a setting that emphasizes belief, philosophy, and a mindset. A setting that allows low-level characters to move between planes of existence. Is the book... there was a book like The Invisible Citadel or something like that? With like lots of one-shots? Is that about Planescape? Ugh, there's an odd skull. Well, I would agree that it's odd. Discovery. This massive skull is scored by deflected mass accelerator shots. The xenobiology files in your hardsuit computer can't identify the species. It must have been brought here from an unknown world. Okay. Curious. Right, let's travel to the Geth. Planescape, Adventures in the Multiverse. It's a setting book that came out in 2023. Oh, nice. Everyone's Caden, Liara, Thane, Miranda, Tali, and Garrus. Oh, nice. Yeah. I guess that, like... well, we have to see how many romances are even available to us here. It is kind of surprising to me that there are not even that many romance mods, just like removing gender restrictions. Ooh, beryllium deposit. I think that's the first, right? That's love boinking. I also don't like Ashley. Yeah. Do you like Ashley, Mr. Floyd? Don't you mean Smashly? Cause I smash. Okay, I guess that's the answer. Gotta say, personally, not the biggest fan, but... I mean, in the end, it's all subjective. But talking about character romance, who did you romance in BG3? And there is a right answer. Just kidding, of course. Yeah. Come on, drive straight, Marco. At least somewhat. Okay, here we also have a deposit and lots of enemies. I don't see the enemies yet, though. Ah, some magnesium. Let's hope that no one is going to shoot us, so let's quick save maybe, just to be sure. Alright. Well, Ashley gets a bit of undue hate, like fans call her racist, which is a bit too much. Why do you think that? I mean, I gotta say, in the very beginning of this game, she was like, aliens, animals, I don't see the difference or why we should treat them any differently. At least personally, that's kind of racist to me. I don't think she's racist, she is on a secret spying ship. Okay. Curious. So far we just have turrets. But I think it might be another outpost we have to enter, actually. Okay, come on, turn around. Don't fall down, don't fall down. Nice. I really do love the red sun, though. Still giving Blood Moon vibes. Oh. Our monitor's jammed. Of course she's going to be trying to push for more restraint of aliens, but once you tell her to sit down and follow orders, she never mentions it again. I mean, regarding that, I guess that's true. But I gotta say, the first comment, at least personally, really upset me. I guess that's why personally I don't like her too much. But I see the point you're making. And welcome back, Luna. You missed a lot of macro exploration. You as our designated truck person. I mean, I guess we can just take a hit or two. Why am I always forgetting about overheating?
Strange. I expected one of these outposts to be the main base of operations for this incursion.
Hold on. This receiver's picking up some kind of transmission. Based on the signal strength, I'd say it's coming from inside this star cluster.
It must be a
there's a
message
fifth
from the
base.
primary Geth base. We can use the signal to lock onto its location and take them out.
Alright. I would say let's go to the main base. Mass Effect 1 Garrus says that the genophage is entirely reasonable. which is biological genocide, which altered a whole species, and no one ever calls Gareth racist. I think the issue, personally, I have about Ashley is that in the beginning she is very hateful regarding all aliens, and at least so far she never took anything back. But like, if you like her, that's okay. I don't judge. Alright. Why am I walking away? We just need to go for the next system. There's a lot of casual racism in Mass Effect 1 in my opinion. True. Which sucks, but also seems like one of the topics. That like a lot of humans are really racist. I mean also some of the other species, but it seems to be a lot of humans compared to the others. Ashley's is just the focus of the story, yeah. Alright. It's a very small system here. And yeah, Luna, I hope you got everything. Got some beryllium. Another medallion. And here we go. Oh wait, are we landing on the moon or on the planet? I think we're landing on the moon. The Geth are on the moon. Dragon Age Origins also has a lot of casual racism, same with Morrowind. True. Especially if you play as an elf, you do feel that. Warning. Level 1 heat hazard. I guess kind of like cold hazard. Solcrum is the largest moon of the gas giant Notamban. It has a trace atmosphere of krypton and xenon. The crust is composed of various metals with deposits of sodium. As with every body in the solar system, the surface is scorching hot and thoroughly irradiated by the blue giant Grissom. Surface excursions without proper protective gear are certain to prove fatal. On approach to Notamban, Normandy's passive sensor array intercepted a fragmentary coded transmission from the surface of Solcrum. Attempts to decrypt the message were fruitless. It does not appear to be in any software coding language used by the Citadel races. Quite sure it's Geth. And despite the planet looking quite icy, right? It is actually scorching hot. Let's take Tali and Garrus again, come on. I might remember wrong, and maybe in a later game, but since Ashley is from a military family, she lost a lot of family during the First Contact War. Yeah, that happened in the last stream that she told us. I think it was that her grandfather surrendered to Turians, which, from how she explains it, sounds very reasonable to do. But yeah, felt like a lot of her alien hate stems from that. But I mean, to hate every alien due to that, well, no excuse for racism. Come up here. There's going to be a fresher more around here. I hope not. Ooh, I think we're going to find another writing here. Because it's an Asari capsule. Yep. And I think with that, we actually finished that quest. Yep. It's gone. Nice, we did it. I think it's bad that BioWare removed these personality flaws in the later games. In BG3, characters can have all sort of personality flaws and still great story. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it also feels artificial if you don't have flaws, cause like, who's perfect? I think that's also what makes like cool villains, right? That also villains have at least like some point where you can understand them or maybe even empathize with them, even though they're of course still villains. I think that's what makes like interesting characters in general. Bold of you to assume we can read. Oh well. I mean, so far, most things we find here in this game is basically like, you can't read that, you can't decipher that. Oh well. I need to be less impatient. Anyway. Your grandfather actually did very well under the circumstances if you read the first Contact War book. I mean, also from her story, it sounds like it was completely the correct call. But we talked about that last time as well. I'm perfect, how dare you insinuate otherwise? Oh boy. That is one of the things I should concentrate and focus on where I'm going. That is one of the things I love about the show Once Upon a Time. It very much is that villains are created, not born to be. And I think that makes very often the way more interesting villains, right? I think also when I write like villains for D&D, for like my D&D campaign, I think it's always interesting to make them like at least somehow relatable, or to give them like a backstory what made them like that. Cause like, well, that's the villain and they're evil cause they're evil. You can work with that, but it's way less interesting to find out more about them. And I think that's not that unpopular of an opinion. Yeah, come on, Marco, come on, you can do it. Alright. Sympathetic villains are fantastic, right? Like, I mean, Catherick Thorn, for example, is, I mean, no, I guess at least no one would argue that he's not a villain. But like the backstory you can find out, you're like, oh yeah, it makes sense what made you the man you are today. I unfortunately don't have like a BioWare, like a Mass Effect example at the moment. Let's see. Alright. I think we're almost done, and we're done. Nope, nope. Ah, I didn't want to do that. Stop humping the structure, Marco. No. Not today. Let's quick save. And let's enter. Final Fantasy XIV has incredible villains. I love your dedication trying to get me to play it, Luna. And I gotta say, I am curious. And also distracted from playing. Oh god, that sounded like something's behind us, right? No, Pat Marco, down. Right. There's another one of those jumpy things. What was that? Here. I mean, I could also use cover, but yeah. Who needs that? As the last Geth falls, you hear music from across the room. On the monitor, a Quarian stands before a hushed crowd, warbling a mournful cappella of worlds and innocence lost. The recorded song is dispatched to the Geth worlds behind the Perseus Veil. The transmitter shuts down. Why? Why would they send to the other Geth a story like a song of the Quarians? Weird. Geth are weird. It's kind of sad that you can't talk to them. But I guess if you just want to kill like all organic life, why would you talk to organic life then? I guess it makes sense. You discover a number of encrypted Geth data files. In the Promethians, they could reveal much about the evolution of the Geth since the banishment of the Quarians. That sounds very useful. Aaron, Gortish, and Kethric all have a great background stories. You understand why they became as they are? Absolutely. Baldur's Gate 3. Alright. And off we go. Alright. Oh, Tali and the Geth. Speak to Tali once you're back on the Normandy. Oh, maybe you can give the data we found to her. On a quick save, you know, cause elevator crashes and stuff. Down we go. I mean, maybe we can just try to talk to everyone, but I would start with Tali. Hey there, my favorite Quarian.
Shepard, I need to talk to you. It's important.
Maybe she also wants to talk about the data.
Is something wrong?
You know the data you took from those Geth control nodes? The information you uploaded to Alliance Control? I want a copy of it.
Yep, I really do think it's for a pilgrimage.
You want to bring this data back to the migrant fleet?
Those files have information that could be vital to our efforts to understand the Geth. It could be the key to helping us reclaim our homeworld.
I'm not sure about the dialogue option on the left, then you leave us. Because Mass Effect sometimes seems to be a little bit wild on like what the dialogue option says and what it is. Because like, then you leave us, will it be sad? Will it be stating a matter of fact? Will it be accusing? Oh well, here goes nothing.
If I give you this data, your pilgrimage is over. You'll go back to your own people.
That sounds accusing.
Not right away. I'll stay with you as long as it takes to stop Saren. But my people need this.
You think you can use this information to destroy your enemy?
Not right away. We will need to study it. It could take years, but it will give us new insight into how the Geth have changed and evolved over the past centuries.
I can't take that risk. I also don't get that dialogue option. Like, what kind of risk? Would it assume that they should create like new Geth? I think they really learned from that experience.
Go ahead, make a copy.
And it's a copy.
My people, I owe you a great debt, one I can never repay. The only thing I can offer in return is what you already have. My solemn promise to stay with you until Saren and his Geth armies are defeated.
Oh.
I never wanted anything more.
Thank you, Shepard.
Hey, we got a single Paragon point.
Hey, Shepard. You need something?
I should go.
But I think there's nothing more to talk about. But we still do have so many open quests, it's crazy. Let's cross off was Armstrong Nebula we just explored. So, yeah, at least cluster-wise, we still have the Sentry Omega left. Let's just have a look at the last quest here. Race Against Time. You need to explore Ferris, Novaria, the Artemis Tau cluster, and Vermeer to find the cluster that will lead you to the conduit before Saren. Okay, so I guess Vermeer is kinda Is Vermeer already like point of no return? Or is like the point of no return coming afterwards? UNC, besieged base. Ah yeah, they're with the biotic fanatics. Hades Gamma. I'd say, let's go there. It kind of feels like we're returning to Hades Gamma quite often, right? Or is it just me? Do companion stuff and quest before Vermeer. Alright, thank you. I think we did all the companion stuff so far. We did something for Tali now. We did the quest for Garrus. I think you said that at some point you can also get a quest from Rex, right? Maybe let's talk to Rex again. See if there's a quest. Ilos, which is after Vermeer, is the true point of no return. After Vermeer, you cannot return to the Citadel. Ah. So it's like a small point of no return. Hey, Rex.
Shepard.
Rex doesn't want to talk. Maybe later. But then I would do, like, maybe let's do like all the side quests. Unless it really kills the pacing. If it really kills the pacing, we'll do Vermeer first. Oh, well, not first, but in between. But for now, I'd say let's go to Hades Gamma.
Message from Admiral Hackett, Commander. Patching it through.
We just received your report. Looks like this Geth incursion was bigger than we thought. They were probably preparing for a major offensive in the system. We're increasing patrols in the Armstrong cluster to make sure they can't establish another foothold in the region. Nice job, Shepard. You saved a lot of human lives on this mission. Hack it out.
Maybe lots of lives in general. Okay. I mean, we could also go to the Sentry Omega system and just explore, but I don't want to risk it. Hades Gamma. It's always the last system you look at. Do you think I remember which cluster it was? Did it tell us which cluster it is? Here. Kaka system. Next time I should read more thoroughly. Oh well. Here we go. Renata, here we go. Because I mean, it's not been long. I can't use that excuse. But it's names. I can't remember them. Farangor, got some polonium, which is also a rare element. So many rare elements. This just looks like a giant moon. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but hey. And here we got some mercury. Okay, how would you pronounce that? Sihore? Sihore is a terrestrial planet whose surface is mainly composed of aluminium, with numerous deposits of calcium. Although it has enough mass to retain a dense atmosphere, Sihore is nearly a vacuum. This lack of atmosphere allows a moderate average temperature, but the difference between day and night are extreme. The surface of Sihoe's sunward-facing side is usually covered by a haze of volatiles, mainly water vapor and carbon dioxide, which return to the ground as frost over the course of a long, cold night. The Surta Foundation has established a research outpost on Sihoe to investigate the native subterranean life of Sihoe, which shows incredible resilience to extremes of heat and cold. Let's have a look! And Aila, how are you doing? Nice to see you! How are you? How was your day? Was Biotics holding them at gunpoint, so we're taking Caden and Liara, and let's go.